Hey, beautiful people. It's your girl Rocqi from the It's So Real podcast and Rocky's Reactions. Also, check out my personal YouTube channel, Life is Rocqi, where I will have my Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching playlist that gives you more tips, tools, and strategies for how to create the reality that you desire. And then check out Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching, where I offer my coaching services to give you all the tools and strategies for how to figure out life. Okay? And here's one of them. So remember, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Okay? And this tool is something that I acquired in grad school, and it's used to practice assertiveness and assert your boundaries. Okay? I was very tool oriented in therapy. That's why the transition to coaching is working so well for me, because I already had a lot of tools and resources for how to put concepts into practice. Okay, so this is definitely one of those strategies. And within my coaching services, I do discuss boundaries within the need of esteem, within the skill set of strengthening self-love, but that's in regard to internal boundaries. In the need of belonging and love, in the skill set of having healthy relationships, that's where I discuss having healthy external boundaries. So definitely check out my website, manifestrealitieshc.com, for if you're interested in learning more about my coaching services. So without, I think that's it. Let's get to it, okay? All right, so this is called the Desk Scripting Worksheet, okay? DEESC. D as in David, E as in elephant, E as in elephant, S as in sky, C as in car, okay? The Desk Scripting Worksheet, okay? The Desk Scripting Worksheet is a tool to practice the skills that lead to becoming more assertive. Typically, it is recommended, let me put it over here so it's look towards you. Typically, it is recommended that you practice completing this worksheet on your own, then review it with your therapist or group. So like I said, I use this tool with my therapy clients. By completing the following worksheet, it helps you structure how to express your thoughts and feelings about a difficult situation. By reviewing it with your therapist or group, it gives you an opportunity to practice the skill of verbalizing your thoughts and feelings in an assertive manner and get feedback about your delivery. Yeah, I definitely suggest practicing this a few times before you actually say it. And then practice saying it out loud and practice with someone interrupting you. Like, there's levels to this shit, okay? When selecting a situation for the worksheet, a helpful strategy is to recall a situation with strong feelings. Specifically, try to remember a recent interaction with another person that left you feeling hurt, angry, frustrated, unheard, or depressed. Use the worksheet below to begin to craft a healthy discussion with the person about your thoughts and feelings. Okay? So this worksheet isn't something I created, just to clarify. Again, it was a resource that I acquired during my time in grad school. Okay? All right, so DESC is an acronym. I'm going to explain what each of the letters stand for and how to use it in that conversation with asserting your boundaries. And we'll see if I use an example. I haven't thought of an example to use right now, so maybe during the explanation I'll think of one. Okay, so D stands for describe the situation. Okay, now it is crucial when you are describing the situation that you use just facts. And when I say just facts, I mean it can be mutually agreed upon by both parties, no matter what angle you're looking at the situation, okay? And that's because when you're starting to assert yourself, you don't want to automatically trigger the other person you're trying to have a conversation with, and you want them to hear you, right? So it has to be a start that they agree with, so it's more easily heard and digested. Okay. The first E is for express my feelings. Now, this is a whole nother episode, but as far as feelings, but a lot of times when we express our feelings, we don't actually use feeling words. We use more I feel that, and everything after that is a thought. So when you're expressing your feelings, I want you to choose 3 at maximum 3, because again, you're trying to communicate with someone and you rattling off a long list of emotions. Again, they're checking out. Okay, this wants to be a productive conversation. All right, so 3 feeling words. Okay, I think, yeah, once I choose a situation, I'll explain some more about that. Empathize. The second E is empathize with the other's point of view. Again, this is to be a constructive conversation where the other person is able to hear you. So when you're going from the viewpoint of empathizing with someone else, they feel like they are heard and then again are more receptive to what you were saying. The S stands for the specifics of what you want or need. Okay. And this, you have to be very action-based specific, because a lot of times when we're trying to assert our boundaries, we have a feeling about what those boundaries are. And again, check out my coaching services for more in detail explanation of defining boundaries, setting and enforcing those boundaries. But this is just one way to assert your boundaries. So yeah, you really got to get specific in what you need, because if you won't change, you got to know what you want. Okay. And a lot of times we don't. So this is why it's good to go through this script by yourself to really figure out what's going on and how you want to communicate effectively. Okay. All right. The C stands for consequences. If you do positive or don't negative, honor my request. So remember, with consequences, every choice has a consequence. Every action has a reaction. And whether those consequences are positive or negative, short-term or long-term, there's a cause and effect. Okay. So saying that there's a cause and effect is not harmful, because in actuality, there is a cause and effect. Okay. All right. So let me think of an example. Okay, so I'm going to pick the dishes, because that was definitely a point of contention within my relationship. And that was because I was the stronger cleaner, but I had the expectation of the 50-50 when that was not what was realistic for us. So let me see. Okay. So I'm going to give you some prompts for how to start these sentences, basically. So when you're describing the situation with just facts, it usually starts with when. You can start it differently, but that's what I teach to my clients, is you can start it with when. Got to be careful with the when you, because again, that can come across accusatory. So let's just say, when the sorry, words. Let's get some water, huh? All right. When the dishes need to be cleaned every day. That is something that can't be argued. Dishes pile up. We don't have a dishwasher. I'm not saying who's cleaning it. I'm just saying the fact that it's mutually agreed upon that the dishes need to be cleaned every day. Okay. Express my feelings. I feel. And again, not I feel that, I feel. Okay. So when the dishes need to be cleaned every day, I feel overwhelmed. How else do I feel? Unsupported. When I was actually dealing with this, I was battling with expectations that was coming from my parents' relationship because of how my dad was with my mom. So there's a feeling associated with there. I'm trying to find the word for it. Triggered, honestly. Okay. So when the dishes need to be cleaned every day, I feel overwhelmed, unsupported, and triggered. So the next one is empathize with the other's point of view. And you usually start this off with, I understand you. Okay. So I understand you aren't that strong in cleaning. and that it takes a lot of energy out of you to clean. So when the dishes need to be cleaned every day, I feel overwhelmed, unsupported, and triggered. I understand you don't have the capacity to clean every day. Now you're going into the specifics of what I want or what you need. Okay, so what do I actually need? Now, we've tried to come up with solutions. Him choosing a day out of the week is still not helpful because it's still every day. So the solutions that I came up with is hired help. And again, it's still not even, because it still needs to be done daily. So I need either a dishwasher, hired help, or this is one of the areas that I'm looking for with my woman partner, of having her. So like with my man, I wanted to build the professional empire. With my woman, I want a household partner. I want someone to help me with the household, running the household. So also that part. Again, I'm polyamorous. Okay, so specifics. I need help in cleaning the dishes, and that can come from getting a dishwasher, having weekly hired help, you stepping up with cleaning more as far as how frequently, because remember, dishes need to be done every day, or looking for a woman who gives in acts of service and who also prioritizes and is strong in cleaning. That was a lot. You don't necessarily, well, you can have that many solutions. If you're saying specifically to the person what you need, you may want to limit it, because again, you want them to be receptive to what you're saying. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt as far as how many needs or wants you say. Okay. The consequences if you do help me with cleaning versus if you don't. Okay. So let me just run through this again. When the dishes need to be cleaned every day, I feel overwhelmed, unsupported, and triggered. I understand you don't have the capacity to clean every day, but I need help in this area. And this can come from getting a dishwasher, weekly hired help, you stepping up to clean more frequently, or sometime in my life getting another partner who kind of specializes in that. If you do help me with cleaning the dishes, I will have more capacity to do other things for you, like cook, like clean other parts of the house, like assist you in whatever you need that day, or work on my own stuff. If you don't help me clean the dishes every day, I will have less capacity to do all the things that I need to do, because then I'm tired as well. And that also may impact our connection. So hopefully that example was beneficial. You could understand. A lot of times the negative consequence is an impact on the connection. It just kind of is what it is, you know. Relationships are about compromise. It's about trying to find what works. And if one partner is struggling, you gotta have a solution, or resentment builds. Like, it's, you know, you gotta find something that works. And if it isn't working, strategies and solutions need to take place. Okay. I might come back and do another example on my personal YouTube channel, Life is Rocqi. But again, check out Manifest Reality's Happiness Coaching. I go in a lot more detail about boundaries, identifying them, setting them, and enforcing them, both internally and externally. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to understand how to assert your boundaries and kind of breaking down the script and the language for that, and that consequences are a part of asserting your boundaries. And remember, with asserting your boundaries, you are only in control of you. You have no power over someone else. You can say, hey, this is what I need. This is what will happen if I do get my needs met. This is what will happen if I don't get my needs met. And that's all you can do. What that other person does is up to them. Now, it's a step further if they don't meet you where you are, meet your needs, understand where you're coming from, that kind of thing. That's a step further, and that's another video. But all right, please like, share, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of this tool, this exercise? What example could you give using the desk script? Definitely go on Google, DEESC script or assertiveness script. You can find it that way. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to know what you think about this exercise and this resource. I think it's very helpful. I role play once I have my clients write out what specifically they're trying to assert, and just to make sure, again, they're aware of how somebody may receive it. Tone and delivery is everything, so make sure that you're aware of that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and sign up for my coaching services to learn more. Hey! All right, take care of you. Peace and love.